What is going on, Laker fans? Long time no see. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy New Year to everybody. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their holidays. We are back Monday through Friday. Lakers Talk Daily right here. Lakers content on a consistent basis. So, that's some people off. I was off. We're all back. We got a lot to get into. Please subscribe to the channel here, ESPN LA, putting up daily content around Lakers basketball. Okay. I want to kind of start off this episode just talking about the Lakers as a whole. So last game the Lakers played was against the Pelicans. They went on a quick 2-game road trip before the new year, and they haven't played since. They lost that game to Minnesota. We know what happened there. Bron's foot barely on the line. Lakers end up losing that game. And then the last game the Lakers played, Pelicans all over the Lakers, beat them by 20. They definitely had some payback and everything else that was in their mind. So Lakers sit at 17-17 on the season. 34 games in, Lakers are sitting at 500. So here's a question I want to throw out to Laker fans out there. How do you feel about the Lakers spot? Are you still incredibly confident? Are you still kind of thinking in your mind, the Lakers are going to turn this thing around, that there are some real excuses of why the Lakers are sitting at 17-17? Are you optimistic about the future for the Lakers 34 games in? Or do you feel like, this is probably how the whole season's going to go? 34 games is a large sample size. Do you feel pessimistic about what's to come for Lakers basketball? Lakers are taking on the Miami Heat a little bit later today, but I want to talk about this just in general, and then at the end I'll get into what the Lakers got going on. So 17-17 sits you at the number 10 spot in the Western Conference. Number 10, which means if the playoffs started today, Lakers would have a road game against the Houston Rockets and then another road game against the Mavs or the Suns, depending on who lost that game in the 7-8 matchup, just to get in the playoffs and then potentially take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. So obviously we're very fortunate the Lakers sitting at 17-17 on the season, that their season's not done today, because that would be a very dangerous territory for the Lakers to be at. But not a good position to be in. Nobody wants to see the Lakers back in the play-in tournament. I know for me, that was one of the things I keep mentioning on any of the shows that I'm doing. Pre-game show, Travis and Sliwa, Lakers talk. Always my conversation is about how it's more and more important for the Lakers just to make sure you got to be top 6 in the Western Conference. And I thought that was very, very realistic. And slowly but surely, the Lakers are moving the wrong way. I think in their last 10 games, they're 3-7. Since the in-season tournament, you guys know what the record is, but it's been awful. And these last 2 games haven't helped at all. So let me kind of give you guys my opinion, my thoughts. I'm still optimistic about the Lakers season. I do think there are some legitimate excuses that are there for the Lakers. Now, I think the Lakers are highlighting those excuses too much personally for me. I don't like when they talk about, we're having different lineups in there the whole time. Okay, but there have been times where you had consistent lineups and you were still losing. I don't like when they say, we're missing this player and that player. Okay, well, you're facing other teams that are also missing key players. They don't have a problem beating the Los Angeles Lakers. So I'm not a fan of some of the excuses that are out there, but I do have, I think, some reasons of optimism for the Lakers. Number one, anytime you got LeBron James and Anthony Davis, you got a shot. And I think this last couple of weeks says a little bit of something. Not everything, but it says a little bit of something. They went at OKC in a game that Anthony Davis basically said is a must-win for the Lakers, and the Lakers went and won it. This past game against the Minnesota Timberwolves at Minnesota, they went toe-to-toe with the team with the best record in the Western Conference. Anthony Davis did whatever he wanted to do against Rudy Gobert. And yes, there were some things. Jaden McDaniels made that game a lot closer than it was supposed to be, but it's not like the Lakers were getting blown out of that game. So I think those are a couple examples of games where the Lakers, if you find them in a playoff series, if you find them against one of those 2 teams, and now you don't have to play back-to-backs, now you get the proper rest, now you can play the same team over and over again and make the adjustments, I still think the Lakers can be a dangerous out. The things that I'm not optimistic about is they dig themselves these holes, it seems like, every single game. It's so frustrating watching Lakers basketball because by the end of the first quarter, Lakers are down 8, or Lakers are down 10, or Lakers are down 12. I mean, it's clockwork. Literally, it's clockwork. I could already hear John and Michael talking about it as they're starting the second quarter or the first quarter is about to end. Very, very frustrating to see that. I mentioned the too many excuses. I think there are times where the Lakers are, oh, well, because this happened and that happened. All right, you got to play through it. There's 82 games in a year. Every team is dealing with difficulty. I saw that the Lakers have played the most games so far this year because of the in-season tournament. Played the most back-to-backs so far this year. Okay, fair. But in the month of January, where you're basically spending the entire month at Crypto.com Arena, literally the entire month, between now and January 26th, I think they leave crypto once. So, all right, does that mean the Lakers are going to go on an unbelievable run? Does that mean they're going to start stacking up victories against everybody that's on their schedule? Well, it better mean that, because if it doesn't mean that in January, they're sitting at 17-17. You got teams like the Golden State Warriors only a half game behind. Even the Utah Jazz are only 2 games behind the Lakers. Are you going to start falling back further in the standings, or are you going to start moving up in the standings? And that's going to be the big question mark, and I think that's what we're all going to be curious about of what the Lakers are here moving forward. So I'm still optimistic. I still think the Lakers can turn things around, but as of right now, watching this Lakers team and seeing where they're sitting at 17-17, there's a lot of things that I'm discouraged about, but there's also some things there that I feel like when they get things right, they will be one of those teams that could compete in the Western Conference. I know that's tough to say right now, but you don't play 34 games in a season. You play 82. As far as the latest on the injury front for the Lakers right now, so they got Miami coming up tonight. Again, I don't want to hear any excuses against Miami. D'Lo is doubtful. He probably most likely won't play. Rui Hachimura will not play, and Cam Reddish is questionable. So LeBron's listed as questionable as well. But you can't have too many excuses for the Lakers because on the other side, Jimmy Butler's not playing, and we know how important Jimmy Butler is to the Miami Heat. So let's see if the Lakers can get back on track. They're sitting at 17-17 on the season. Laker fans, your thoughts, your opinion. What do you think of where the Lakers are right now? You encouraged or discouraged moving forward? Appreciate you guys being a part of the show. I'm back on tomorrow for Lakers talk. I got Travis and Sliwa show, obviously, all week long, and then we'll have the pregame show a little bit later today as well. Thanks, Laker fans. Appreciate it.